Yep. Yep. There we go.
All right. It is that time. You ready?
Yeah, baby.
You ready? Y'all ready? What's up, everybody? We are still live on Facebook and YouTube. So good morning. We still in the morning. Yes. Good morning. Hey, Tyra, all the way from Dubai. Good morning. So today's conversation, seek to understand. Seek to understand our differences. So we're going to be talking about that on today. If you have not shared out, go ahead and share the video for those that are tuned in. What's up, Chris? And so I'm your girl, Candace. I am one half of the Couples Lounge show. This is my husband.
What up?
You ain't going to tell me your name?
Oh, you said, Ramon. I'm sorry. I'm sure.
See, it don't change. We just at the house. It's all still the same, though. And so we do the Couples Lounge every Saturday at 9 o'clock on Facebook Live, Instagram, and it's all about love, marriage, and relationships, telling you what somebody should have told you. And ain't nobody doing it like us.
Because they ain't us.
And so we're going to have a great conversation today. We are live from Smokey D's in Dallas, Texas. Is this considered Dallas? Duncanville, Texas. And we want to give a shout out to the owners, Derek and Katrina Harris, for allowing us this space to host the Couples Lounge show. So if you've never had food from Smokey D's, I'm telling you now, I love potatoes. And they potatoes are off the chain. I love it. So today, y'all, we have a live audience in the building. So we won't be looking at this camera. We're going to be looking at the people that's in the building with us. And it is an honor and a pleasure to have y'all join us on today. Take your time out to hang out. And we're about to have some fun. A lot of fun. Because it's always good when you get men and women together to have a conversation. So what's up? Let's talk about the differences. And for those that were not in here, we do have the red box. You can put a question in there that you want answered. And we'll answer them at the end of the show. What's up, Crystal? Hey, Precious is in the building today, though, y'all. She in the building. And it's so good to see the people that follow us here today. So, again, thank y'all. So, baby.
What up?
What about these differences and what the conflict that differences cause? Which one to start out with?
What I want to start out with, I don't know, babe. Whatever you want to start out with. I know that's gonna bother you.
Y'all see? Differences.
Which one, man? Hell,
Just
we different in every way.
We are different in a lot of ways, but when you think about differences in relationships.
Okay. I think we're different in a lot of ways. You're absolutely correct. Men, we tend to have more sense starting out. We're more rational. That's one.
Rational is one, not sense, but
more
rational.
Logical, if you will. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Because y'all just be everywhere. Y'all mind, does y'all mind ever stop?
You're supposed to be talking about differences in general.
That is a difference. Y'all mind never stops.
That's a good thing.
It is, but it can be like, it can get on your nerves sometimes. Like, dang, baby, relax. It be 2 a.m. You want to discuss
No,
everything.
Stop that. Stop exaggerating.
Baby, hold on. Wake up. Let me talk about it.
No.
Lord, Jesus.
So differences.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I see differences as we don't take the time to appreciate our differences in relationships because we are different. I'm as a woman, I have a different brain, a different way of being, a different way of doing things. And for men, it's the same thing. They have a different mind, a different way of doing things. And those differences bring about conflict in relationships when we don't take the time to understand them. And so today, we're going to be talking about how our differences show up. And how do we work in those differences? Is there some things that we need to change and be willing to change?
Of course.
Just so we can have some peace and some happiness in the relationship. So that's how
I'm supposed to bring it at in.
Oh, a little bit.
Okay, my bad. Okay, I'm a little slow. I see that's the difference. We can be a little slow sometimes.
I agree.
I was a little slow with that. Okay, my bad.
Our differences, y'all, is how I see it, is God just made us different.
Of course.
Period. As a woman, as a man, you were wired differently. Two things that make us different is based off of our gender and how society treats us. Because I'm a woman.
Yes.
And this is something we was talking about. I don't know if we're gonna get into it, but like how double standards really work more. They really benefit women. Double standards do. And so
they do.
Yeah, but we're not gonna sometimes. But I would say if you had a list, we benefit more from a double standard. But I don't know if it'll lead us into that. But just as a gender and how we're even raised differently. And then the differences also from where we come from, our different walks of life causes us to be different. So the person that you end up getting with, more times than not, their walk was a little bit different than yours. And it's like trying to, like, it's all good in that infatuation stage. Like, you don't really see the differences. It's all cute, that. And then once that infatuation stage you are off, it's like, these differences, like, yo, is this too much?
Hold on, real quick. What's one of the big differences between me and you? If we get a little person that drives you crazy.
We have a lot of differences. And
what's the biggest one? I ain't never asked you that. I want to know.
God.
Yeah. You got to be nice. You got people around.
I think one of our differences definitely is I'm always reaching, dreaming, looking like beyond, like I'm all the way in the future, like and he like I'm
in the moment.
Walking like a turtle,
right?
And I'm more
wait. I don't know about the turtle.
What's the cheetah?
I don't know about the turtle part.
And so that difference can definitely be frustrating.
Yeah, it is
at times because I'm trying to like, come on, man. Like
I'm trying to watch the game right now.
And right now I'm thinking about dreaming, and he
I am
about
too.
the game.
I am too. I'm thinking about right now, and you're talking about, baby, next month, in June, we're gonna be June. It's December.
You gotta think ahead.
I know that's what I'm saying.
So that's one of our big, one. I noticed that we have a lot. Doing this show showed me. I'm like, me and this boy do not think alike. Like,
no, we don't.
I guess our morals and our values is what keep us grounded. Because our mindset is just so different. You said what?
I said, man, we make it work.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Okay.
I said I make it.
Okay, so let's dive into some differences between men and women.
Okay, give me one.
Okay, so you already put yours as far as men are logical. So I'm gonna say women, we are intuitive, we are creative, and we integrate. Not saying that y'all can't, but how we are wired, how we are designed.
Okay.
We have that intuition, and this is something I had this thought about this morning, because we are so not more than likely in tune with God. I think that's why our intuition.
Wait.
Saying that y'all are not. I'm not saying, but you just think about women are more into church. They're probably more of the prayers. It's in general.
In general, you think it's more women in church than men? Yeah. Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think our intuition is like that because
I agree. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I just think that again, that's just how God just
and I
made
think
us.
men, we have it.
Absolutely.
We truly have it.
Yeah,
we just don't know how to hone into it.
Okay.
And we're not talking to each other about honing into our intuition. Women are talking to each other about it. We ain't talking about it. We're like, dang, I did know that. But we're not truly trying to hone into God talking to us and speaking through us and with us.
We're going to talk about that later.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's why y'all don't. Yeah, we're going to get into that. Okay. So women, this is another thing. So this is me and y'all. Listen.
Okay.
Listen. Women are in touch with a much wider range of their feelings than men. And I know that y'all true. Like, you always this. Our emotions can overwhelm y'all sometimes.
Yeah.
And with the intensity of those feelings is usually much greater for women than men. As a result of this, many men perceive that women's feelings appear to change quickly.
It does, but explain that. You said a lot.
And that men find this irrational and difficult to understand.
True. Because y'all, one moment you hear, the next moment you hear, boom, boom, boom. I think we're more constant.
Or consistent.
Yeah, more consistent. We're
with what?
With our emotions, our feelings. If we're happy, we're happy. You'll be happy, then 5 minutes later, you worry. 20 minutes later, you're sad. Then you're excited. Damn, woman, should I praise you? Should I pat you on the back? Should I cry? I don't know what I should be doing at sometimes.
Okay, I can see that, but we're in tune with, so we know what we feel and when we feel it. And I think it's our environment too that can cause that shifting to happen that quick. Like I can be very happy, and then you do something, you say something, and then it's like, what? And you just switch my mood,
right? But
just that quick. True. Or I allowed my.
I think men, we hide our feelings. We have different range of feelings. We hide it. We don't wear it on our shoulders.
Why do y'all hide it?
I mean, that's just how we made it at the same time.
I don't think that's how you made.
If I'm mad, well, that's how we was taught to be.
Okay.
That's how if I'm mad, if I'm going through something or I'm sad about something, I'm not going to let everybody, hey, what's wrong with Tuck, man? Is he okay? You know, I have to put on the front that I'm fine. Like if a boy falls and break his leg and bones sticking out, boy, quit crying. You all right? Put some dirt on it. But if a little girl, she's crying, baby, it's okay. We're going to cater to y'all feelings.
When y'all get older, like when does that shift?
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
You have to be taught to do that. You have to get help to do that. If you're not, it don't shift.
You got to get what?
Help.
Say what?
Shut up.
Say it again.
There we go.
The helpmate?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I can buy that.
So give us another thing that is a difference with men.
Men have much more difficult time relating to our own feelings, and may feel very threatened by an expressions of feelings in their presence. This may cause them to react by withdrawing or attempting to control the situation through a display of control and power.
Okay.
You agree with that?
Do you agree with it?
I asked you, baby. No, I don't answer with a question. Do you
That's
agree?
About
Who
y'all.
said you agree with that, my sister? Y'all agree with that? I will buy that. I will buy that.
Well, help us understand it.
I don't know. Men have much more difficult time related to their feelings.
You just said that.
We do. We're threatened by the expression of feeling in their presence. This may cause us to withdraw or attempt to control the situation.
Why withdraw?
I don't even want to go through it. I don't want to deal with the range. I got to walk through this field of emotions and line of all this. Nah, let me pull back. I ain't got time for all that. That's too much.
What's the why?
It's too much. I don't want to deal with it.
Explain the too much, because I really need to understand. How does your feeling and what you feeling?
Okay, I'm just speaking for me.
Okay.
Sometimes it requires too much talking. And yes, now I got to go through this whole hour conversation with you about this one little thing. Man, hell nah. I don't. It's gonna take an hour over this feeling with you, because you finna talk and talk and talk and talk. Like, baby, this is how I feel. Let's just let it go. Let's go move on. Later on, remember what you said. God, but we still talking about this.
Wait. But if
so
I
hear like, okay,
our intuition, so if I hear you say something about a feeling or emotion, for as, I don't know, babe, I'm sad about da.
Right.
For me and for as a woman, it's like I feel like I can't just let you stay in that place. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, babe, let's talk it through, and trying to, from my intuition, what I hear you saying, and just giving you a different perspective. I think if y'all went into it with a growth mindset,
that's
that you're gonna come out better, and it's not, this is not something bad. Like us giving, even if we had advice to give you, that it's not something bad. It's to help. It's to support. It's to move you through.
At times, it can feel like nagging. At times, it can feel like nagging.
When you coming and talking about you, I think you might be talking about two different things, right?
Am I? Okay.
When you talking about your emotions.
Okay, my emotions. Okay, I'm with you. But everybody don't have a growth mindset. I think y'all just
don't want to be vulnerable.
That too. You feel a certain kind of way, like, I don't know. What?
Does it make you feel weak to be vulnerable?
At times, yes, it does. But I had to learn it's okay to be that way with you.
Yeah.
I had to learn that. And at first, I didn't want to be weak with you. I didn't want to be vulnerable.
But that's not weak. Vulnerability is
I agree, but growing, it is for starting out.
Okay.
But with your wife, it isn't. It actually takes strength to do it. Mm-hmm. It takes some real strength to be vulnerable and to allow this to happen with someone. And especially your spouse. I have to be with you if I want us to continue to grow and be happy and successful. But again, I had to learn that way. Mm-hmm. I had to learn that.
Okay.
And I had to learn the hard way. I did, because you was, Lord have mercy, boy. When you marry a counselor, she analyzed everything. Baby, let's talk about it. Why did you brush your teeth?
Okay, another thing that comes from a woman perspective is the value. We value love, we value communication, and we value relationships.
You said that's the difference? Like men don't value love?
I think you value respect, absolutely. But us love. Respecting you is a form of love.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I would say, yeah, y'all value
I think
love.
We just value relationships in a different way. We value our relationships.
Okay.
We do. It's just, I think we value it in a different way than y'all possibly can.
Yeah.
Because our relationships with our friends, our frat brothers, or whatever, our partners, we value. Mm-hmm. You know, we just may look at them differently. Okay. That way, if you cross a guy, like we almost want to come to blows at times. Mm-hmm. Because we put so much value on it. So when you cross, it's like, what? Oh, man, it could be a problem. Where y'all could just stop communicating. We'll stop communicating, but we halfway want to fight the dude.
But we talk our stuff out, so more so than not.
Yeah, men are a little bit. And I thought about this. I think it's okay for men to be violent.
Oh my God.
Let me explain this. I think men should have violence in them. And here's why I say that. Follow me. Listen to me.
Okay, let me follow.
In order to be with a woman, is protecting y'all a part of that?
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't have violence, a capacity for violence in you, it's easy for you to be a victim. I didn't say walk around like a tough guy, like I'm all in, I can whoop everybody, but I got that violence in me to where if you cross my woman and my family and my kids, I will bring it out and protect you and us. Okay. But if it ain't in me, he gonna slap you and I'm gonna, man, why'd you hit her? So it should be in us as protectors.
Okay. I can follow
when you look at the lines, and I'll be watching a lot of the animals channels and whatnot. When the lion come, say, man, everybody get out the way. The kids are scared of him because he'll kill the kids. For real. I'm dead serious. You know, it's in us, and it should be in us. Okay, that was a sidebar. Okay, my bad.
Okay, all right. So one more time, let's state one more difference for the men.
Men rarely talk about their problems unless they're seeking expert advice. Asking for help when you could do something yourself is a sign of weakness. Yeah, now we don't really talk. I don't have, my old man is the only man that I feel that if I needed some advice, I want to call somebody, I'll call him.
What? Only your dad?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, maybe one or two other people. One, I don't want you in my business like that. I don't maybe want the judgment that may come with it like that. 3, I don't know if I want to be vulnerable enough to, can I trust you to share this information with you? Mm-hmm. 4, we don't just do it. Mm-hmm. Men will sit here and watch you do something you ain't got no business doing.
And won't say a word.
Let 4, 5 guys go out. We all married.
That's crazy.
And 1 or 2 of them will shoot at some chicks, and the other 2 will just sit back there and watch and laugh.
I just saw a video of
you saying, "Hey, hold up, bro. I mean, you gotta go at the crib. What are you doing?"
But we don't talk like that. Huh? What is that about?
I don't know, boo. That's just how we are.
No, y'all got to change that.
No, we do. We do.
Wait, look, that's the whole purpose. Seek to understand. I'm talking about you got to change that. Come on, you got a question right now. Come on, give it to us. Okay.
Sometimes that's the only way some guys learn.
Absolutely.
What you mean? To fall.
We normally, like with our guys, we normally have conversations.
Mm-hmm.
But when we come to a spot like that, we in a zone. So it's like if the game plan is changing,
mm-hmm.
we like, nah, we focused over here.
That logical side.
If you want to do that, you get everything that comes with that. That's not going to involve none of us because we come in there to have fun and chill.
Okay, I get it. So you're not saying that like, bro, that's the choice that you choose to make. That's on you. Yeah. I'm here to have a good time where I get that. Okay, I get that. All right. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. All right. So for those that are online, you are tuned into the Couples Lounge Show. I'm your girl, Candace, and this is my husband, Ramon, and we're talking about our differences.
Hold on, real quick. Let me ask you, put in the order of importance, top 3. Top 3. Understanding, sex, loyalty, and compassion.
For me?
Yeah.
As a woman?
For you. See. I left out, somebody said that to me.
Let's see. For me, I'm going to say
understanding, sex, compassion,
or loyalty.
And loyalty. Top 3 in order.
I'm gonna say understanding.
Hell no. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hell no. Compassion and loyalty and sex.
I said top 3. You can't add.
Oh.
But loyalty is number 1.
For you.
For me. If you're not loyal, the hell I don't want to be with you. Okay. I need you loyal first. Then understand it.
Okay.
Then seek to understand me. Then sex. Sex can help bring the compassion. Man, we can kill that compassion part. We get the sex in there. My sister, you got a question? Break it down.
Okay, our values match.
Okay.
So you can't have without understanding. You don't have an understanding first. If you have an understanding first, you follow.
All right.
Yeah, that follows.
Understanding first. Okay. Yeah. Why can't I be loyal to you?
Because you don't have an understanding. You don't understand loyalty.
Yes, I do.
Exactly.
My loyalty is to this relationship and to this process first.
But that's a general statement.
Yes.
You have to break it down in little pieces.
Okay.
As far as the relationship, how it goes. He might want to get money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I might just want us to grow spiritually.
Okay.
Two different spaces.
True.
So, but he like, I'm loyal to the relationship. I'm loyal to the relationship too.
Right.
We on
Two different
Right.
If we gain an understanding on where we're going, then
See, and here's the difference between men and women. Because if you understand me, but if you're not loyal to me, man, the hell with you.
But once you gain an agreement, once you establish an agreement, then that's the understanding. It's the agreement process that has to go.
Okay.
What you say, husband?
But
what she's saying from a man's perspective, what you say?
I gotta have understanding first.
Okay.
Me and my wife, we both quit.
Okay.
When we first met, that's what I told you. I gotta understand you. You gotta understand me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been through things in my life. She been through things.
Right.
My path is to get back to where I was.
Okay.
But in a legal way.
Okay.
And she wants to have a healthy relationship. I understand that.
Right.
But understand that me getting back to, not me, but us getting back to where I was,
Right.
helps us have a healthy relationship.
Okay.
Because then you have to break down a bit for pieces of how do we both establish the things that we want. You know what I'm saying?
Once you get that understanding.
Once you get that understanding, but you have to have that understanding first, and y'all both have to agree. This is what I want. This is what you want. You cool with what
Right.
I want? And then
Yeah.
But you can have an understanding that this person is not going to be loyal. Are you cool with that?
I mean that at least you know which way to move in a relationship. I have that understanding. And if I understand you don't want to be loyal, I can understand that I can leave this relationship and be all right. And it's time for me to move on.
I feel that.
Please understand that.
I need to know that you are a loyal person. First, be a loyal person.
Okay.
I can deal with that. Yeah, or I won't deal with that. Then the understanding for me can come. Okay, you're loyal to everybody, not just to me, to your homegirl, to your homeboy, to your job, to your church. You're loyal. Okay, now I can understand you a little bit better too.
You're open to understanding and moving
Then
forward.
bring in the sex. Then we can, I guess, we'll throw compassion in there.
Oh, Jesus. All right, so let's get to the conflict. So we're going to discuss one conflict.
Okay.
When a woman tries to change / improve or correct / give advice to a man,
yes,
men hear that they are being told that they aren't competent, or they don't know how to do something, or that they can't do something on their own. So when we come and we're trying to give y'all, well, you need to do this, or you should do that.
Yeah.
A man takes it as basically I'm not enough, or I don't know.
I think that's wrong.
Let
me break it. Can I break it down? If you're not careful,
Precious get me.
I had to grow into this. Like for real, it was a real, for real issue for me. I think boys or males, I have a problem with that. A man can understand that. Feel me? It took me a while to hear my wife complain, or I'm not gonna say complain. Okay, but bad choice of words. My bad, baby. Good Lord. It took me a while for me to understand my wife is telling me I need to grow and be better in this area, for me not to get in my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
It took a minute for me to understand that, to where it is okay for my wife to say, baby, I think you should be better than that. You can be better than that and this and that. Mm-hmm. That's fine. Mm-hmm. It is. But if you're not careful, you will see that as a problem and not as a way to grow.
Okay.
This is a way for me to grow to be a better man.
Mm-hmm.
I should listen to my wife if she's telling me this will make her happier if I do this or that. Why wouldn't I try?
Yeah.
But here's where the problem comes, I think.
The conflict.
Ladies, let me say this, and I'm
gonna come back on with you.
Because I mean this from the bottom of my heart.
Be easy.
Ladies, that's as far as I'm concerned, there's no problem with y'all doing that. But if we do the same, if you have an issue, I'm not hearing nothing you say. Women are quick to have a mirror to show a man, this is how men supposed to act, this is how men supposed to do, this is how men. But if we turn that mirror, this is how I want my woman to act, this is how I want my, now what? Oh, you try to control me? You wait, whoa. It was okay for you to say it to me. But if I have those same standards, now it's a problem. Too many women act and do that to me, in my opinion.
Okay, I can feel that. I can feel that with you, but okay, let me go back to the card. The conflict. I would say men understand that the woman, we see things in you. Like we have this vision, like we see the greatness. So many women stay in relationships because I see potential. And although the potential may not ever manifest because he doesn't want to see what I see. Right. For one, a lot of women stay in a dead end relationship because of potential. But then two, if you're with her, evidently you feel like she adds value to your life. And so because you feel like she adds value to your life, if she sees something bigger in you, that's where that advice is coming from, or that's where those suggestions are coming from. In seeing you become a better person. Now, I do believe some women are just trying to change a man for us, like you were saying, logical and being rational. Well, I want you to feel more, and I want you to like that's not y'all. Right. And so I think we can get off on there. But as far as us giving advice on you being a better individual. Okay. I can feel that. But again, I won't hear you if I know if I do the same to you, babe. As a wife, as a woman, you could improve in this area here, but you gonna fight that and rebuke that. I can't. It's hard for me to receive what you giving me. Okay. It does. It's hard for me to receive that because I know you're not receiving it. So, man, you tripping. So when we in a relationship like that, do you see how we become at a standstill? If both people are thinking, oh, you can't tell me nothing because you're not doing what somebody at some point gotta be like not being petty. You know what I'm saying? And that's hard. If we're honest, man, you can be petty as hell in a relationship. Absolutely. You can be sure you ain't gonna tell everybody, but you can be very petty. And it's difficult at times to hear and receive advice. And it could be good advice, but I'm knowing you messed up too, though. But you jacked up too. But that's the thing. We all are imperfect. Like, who are you telling me? And if we have that understanding that we all are imperfect, absolutely, we're not gonna get it. It took time for me to hear you in that area, knowing that there's a whole bunch of areas for you to improve as well. Because when a woman says we need to talk, it's about me. Yeah. You ain't talking to me about areas you done missed. Baby, I just want to tell you how I've not been doing a good job as a wife. And this women don't do that. Most women don't. When y'all need to talk, y'all talking about us. Yeah, when we come to y'all, but we inner reflect. We inner reflect and to continue to get better, continue to change. So of course, and I think that's why it'll be good as for couples to sit down and have like just conversations. And we come in to talk about our relationship, and in that moment you give a space for her to share, okay, this is what I've been thinking about when it comes to me in areas that I need to change on. Because like you said, more times than not, I'm not going to come and say, oh, I need to talk to you about me. Because I'm already reflecting on me. Hopefully you reflected. Yeah. And y'all just need to come. Y'all don't want to say nothing to us until we come and say something to y'all. And then that's true. That cancels everything out. Y'all shouldn't. What did I just say? Let me finish. Y'all be holding stuff in. Absolutely. You don't speak up. You don't share you don't communicate. We do. You're not sharing your feelings and things. We do. And as soon as we come with a concern, now you want to say, oh, okay, you ain't been doing this. Because you just opened the door. We might not have wanted to have that conversation. And I feel the frustration that y'all may have, but you did open the door from the conversation. So if you open the door and I walk through it, shut up about when I brought it up. Open your own door. Shut up. But that's not the time, because then why? Because this is what it feels like or seems like, that you are only telling me something because I'm bringing a concern to you. That's what it feels like. Does it take away from it possibly being true? No, it doesn't.
So
It doesn't.
does it? Okay, should you still listen? Okay, you know what? Let me see if I can listen to my man. If you expect that from us, shouldn't you be able to do the same?
It can, but it.
I just said it can be difficult for us.
Yeah, it's you gotta open your own door. Yeah, you not saying that you cannot, but it's like now.
Yes,
okay,
you are actually.
Let's address why I came to you and what I came to you about, and then we can talk about that. But then it just sets the whole conversation, the mood of the conversation.
Y'all mindset does.
Yeah, y'all actions.
So I don't know. I'm here with mine.
Okay.
Thank you, my sister. That's y'all mindset.
I just say that because based on what I've learned out of my own work, I was that person. Like I'm like, babe, you need to do this and you need to do that.
Okay.
And I need your thing of the day. And so there was really, I didn't leave any room for him to be able to critique because the way I posed it to him, all my stuff was together.
Right.
You know, and his was ready. But then once we constantly, then I went on my own journey and I found out the things that I was projecting onto him were things that I needed to work on with him. And so even though he couldn't tell me, because I wasn't leaving no room for him to critique me. And even when he tried to, I was hitting the ceiling. Then we were days without talking. So the thing is that it does not matter when the door is open.
Thank you.
As adults in a relationship, you do need to take advantage of it because it's a learning opportunity for both individuals. And the thing that I learned as I continue to grow, and I learned this from you because you see it first. But the thing that I learned is once I put down my finger to point and holding the spotlight on him, and I start to look at myself, and I took it out, I would go back to him. Maybe that's what I learned about me. This, that, and the other. And so that would actually, so if there were things that he needed to address, or I told him he needed to address in the past, now as a man, he can go and work on those issues, and the change will reflect. So there's no need for conflict.
Right.
Because I'm working on me,
right,
and he's working on him,
absolutely.
And there's no conflict.
And I will say this when we're coming together to have a conversation of where I'm coming to you with something.
Okay.
I think it's the approach too. Because if I come to you and I'm saying, I want to talk to you, babe, about this, that, and the other, and I tell you what I want to talk about, and if your response is, but how you gonna come to me with that that's when it kind of starts, the conversation gets shifted. But after we talk through and you like, you know what, babe, I've been seeing something too, and that's a whole different feel. When it's not feeling like you coming at me for an attack because I came to speak to you about something that I saw. And
I get how it could be, y'all may view it as tick for tack, if you will. I think it's a growth mindset. If your man is coming to you, regardless of when he's coming, and telling you of ways that you can improve, hear him. Hear me. Right here, because you want me to hear you.
Right.
Hear me.
And so I want to encourage you and all the men of the world.
Set up.
No, is that when you
John Stockton? I'm about to get slammed up.
Is that when you all have those things that you see within us, because that's the beauty of a relationship. If you see something in me that needs changing or can be improved, to speak on it when you see it instead of carrying it around.
That's not us.
You know what?
That's not us.
In a sterile environment, that's great in a sterile environment where there are no emotional triggers.
Thank you.
But you're going to have that. But you're going to have, when I'm saying you're going to have triggers, definitely if you ain't done no healing work, you're going to have it. So when it comes up for you, speak on it. Because so many times in relationships, we carrying around stuff that we've been stuffing, and then it comes out once I come and talk to you. That's when it come out. Are you raising your hand to say something? Okay, come on.
So you on that part, I say you gotta know your man. If you know that he's not gonna say nothing until you say something, just prepare yourself.
Absolutely.
He's coming with something.
Everything else that was wrong.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So I just know it's gonna come.
Right.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I like that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Clap for that,
So
sister.
ladies, I already be
Clap
prepared
for
that
that,
if you got
sister.
something, if you say, hey, I didn't realize that was y'all. Hello, Mike and Tara. What's up? Okay, so yeah, so I get that. I like that.
I do too.
Preparing.
I do too.
That is possible, and I think that also it kind of just what you said. We can be mindful and already have the door open. That if I open this door, then a conversation is going to pursue, and it might be a little bit of something about me that's going to come out as well. And I think that's vice versa.
Yeah,
that's vice versa. Okay.
You have a mindset of not, hey, I'm not coming to talk to you. I'm coming to talk with you. See, a lot of times people have that mindset of, okay, well, in other words, shut your mouth on it and you listen. But and I feel like I know for myself that causes a defense mechanism that I put on myself. Like, oh, so you want to say what you want to say. Well, I can't say nothing.
I like just those two words, switching those words. I'm coming to talk to you, I'm coming to talk with you. I love that. I love that. All right, so let's discuss one more conflict. Come on, you can pick a woman's. Which one?
Women are always trying to change us.
Do you feel like that?
Women are always yes and no.
Okay.
I believe a lot of women do. I don't believe every woman. I don't believe that's an absolute.
Change y'all in what way? That brings about a conflict in a relationship.
Whatever, any way that we're not used to. If I'm not used to being vulnerable and you're trying to get me to be, I'm not used to communicating in a certain way and you're trying to change me in that way, it can cause conflict. Anytime you change somebody's habit, it can be a conflict. It can be a good thing, but it will be met with resistance.
Okay.
It definitely will be met. And also, if you're trying to change a person, your partner, in certain areas, I don't believe necessarily it's a bad thing. I don't necessarily believe it's a bad. If you say, baby, you cuss it too much, I don't like you cussing at me. Okay. And you're trying to get me to stop cursing so much. I mean, how is that bad? Really?
I think, and you got to look, I think it's all about how you look at things. To kind of go back to that. I think sometimes we get in relationships and we are so we're fighting each other. Right. Like we just fighting each other. The person that you should not be fighting with.
Right.
It's like I can't even give you suggestions or whatever without you becoming defensive. Okay. And that goes back to we gotta start looking at us. If I'm always getting defensive about something, I gotta start looking at me. If I'm walking around here angry, I gotta start looking at me. It is not your partner doing all of that to you. Like that's your stuff that you gotta be able to be willing to deal with.
Ebony online, she said men should say something. We don't want you guys sitting unhappy.
And we see it. We see whether y'all speaking your emotions or not. We are what he said all the time. Y'all watch everything. We are watching everything. So we can tell when your mood shift. Or we can tell you moving different. Like, wait a minute, something going on. Like, and a lot of times women ain't saying nothing for a minute. We just taking notes.
Yep. Oh,
and we watching.
2:32, he puts hat in. Okay, see how he put his head down?
So it's just us watching y'all and using our intuition, like what can be going on. So when I'm coming to you and I'm noticing, like, babe, you just seem like you unhappy. Like, what's going on?
And a lot of times it may not have to do with y'all. And we could be dealing with stuff at work.
Right.
That I just don't want to I don't feel the need to just share and to just talk about. I don't want to talk about it.
But the thing about it is,
but it comes out anyway.
Yeah, we get it. The people at work who who's causing that to you,
Yeah.
they don't get it.
Right.
You bring
Right.
that home to us.
Right. That's true.
So it's like, okay, we got to talk about it. I
Right.
see this
Yeah.
and just trying to help you sometimes even deal with
Men
whatever may
need
be
more
going on.
outlets. We need more outlets to release that tension so it won't come up to you.
Or y'all need to do your work.
Or so what? What you mean? We need to do our work.
If you need to go and do your own work, your own self-reflection, your own
no doubt.
growing, but yet y'all have outlets.
Not enough. We sure don't. My outlet is the gym and the cigar lounge
Okay.
on my back patio.
Okay.
If I'm on my back patio, sometimes
Anybody
don't
got
come out
different
there. Leave me
outlets than
alone. I'm reflecting.
Video games.
I
Okay.
ain't got no video.
Video games. Anybody else got an outlet?
I'm a gym and
Me.
cigar.
Safe outlets. Yeah. Safe outlets.
Yeah, safe outlets.
So, I mean, you think we have different outlets?
Man, y'all got your homegirls. You got groups. Y'all got everything. Y'all talk with each other.
Y'all have all of
We
that
ain't
too.
talking
Y'all just
homegirls.
don't,
Ain't
y'all
telling
don't
you.
use
Man, me
it.
and my wife going through. My wife tripping.
But you need to
But
find
we
you some
don't.
men. But find some men
Okay,
you
that's
feel
true.
confident
First of all,
in having that relationship.
I have to trust that brother to go to that brother with this information. I'm not gonna just go tell my man that you in here tripping, you doing this, and I don't know that man like that.
I'm saying, but you should have people in your life like that.
Men don't communicate that way. We're not opening up
But
like that.
but
Yes,
you
we
make it
should,
fun.
but we aren't.
That's what we're saying, that you need to.
We do, we should. And I say this to the ladies: when we having our moment, we just want to be alone for a second. Give us that. Give us that. If you see me on my patio smoking a cigar or he's blacking mouse, but let him be. Let him be. It's okay to be quiet. It's okay, ladies. If I don't want to talk right now, it's okay. You know what, baby? Don't want to talk right now. All right, cool. What y'all do a lot. What you mean you don't want to talk? What you talking about? What's going on? Good Lord, I just said I don't want to talk. I swear I just said that. Now I got an attitude. You got an attitude because I got an attitude.
Give your men they little time.
Please.
They little time.
You got better with that. You used to wouldn't do that.
I have gotten better.
You have.
I have.
Good job.
Okay, so how can we see our differences as a benefit? So as we're talking about women being communicators, we are intuitive, creative. How does that benefit y'all as a man? If you stop and think about it, what is the benefit of that?
It gets us to open up. It improves our communication skills because we ain't got no choice.
Mm-hmm.
We really don't. You're going to tell me, show me how you want to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to tell me, show me how you want to be loved.
Mm-hmm.
And that difference, if I'm paying attention, it will help me and help our relationship.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to do what it is you're saying that you need.
And I would say this, it's understanding that our differences are benefits.
Yes.
It's a benefit to us being.
No, I won't want to marry
different.
somebody exactly like me.
No, you
Exactly
wouldn't
like
stay
me.
with
Hell
her.
no.
You wouldn't stay with her if she was
Really?
just like you.
What?
You would not stay with her if she was just like you.
No, that would be.
Two crazy individuals.
Yeah,
Two crazy individuals.
I can imagine you being just like you. Oh, hell. Y'all would never sleep. Y'all talking 24/7. Good Lord, y'all ain't sleeping at all. Yeah.
Shut up. So it's like, how can we start looking at the benefits of our differences to help us get to the next level, to grow, to be better, to change? And when I say those things like that, God just wired us to be. Now, it's some things that have went on in our childhood, it's a way of thinking that absolutely needs to be changed. Like, it's a difference, but like, no, like that's something that you need to be improving on that will benefit not only mainly you, but then me as your wife, as your family, that we do have to be willing to work on. So I would say what I realized with Ramon, he's very laid back. Like, I'm the one that be trying to get out, go, let's do some adventures, let's dream, let's do this. And he's more, he can stay at the house, he can relax.
I ain't gotta go nowhere.
And that can be frustrating at times because I do feel like I'm stuck sometimes because I'm dreaming.
God wants us to sit down sometimes.
Dreaming big, and so I think he brings the balance of, okay, we can chill at the house, we can watch a movie at the house, we don't have to be go. And when I think about the logical and rational side of things, how he kind of helps me is I just be my mind just be
it's not.
And mom be like, wait, let's think, like, do we gotta go, like, even for this day I had all kind of stuff. I'm gonna play some games. I want to do this. And he was like,
she's gonna have y'all hula hoop come in. Hula hoop 3 times. Use jumping jacks. All right,
mom was like, let's just be simple. Let's just have the show. Let's just run it. Let's have Q&A. This and I'm like, I had to take some breaths because I was like, but no, like I'm like, okay, but that's his side, and it's like, let me just appreciate him thinking just here, and maybe just that simple.
But it takes time to get there, especially when you first get with someone. You're not appreciating those differences because you're too busy bumping heads with them. So it takes time to get to where you're at, where we're at right now. We've been together 27 years, y'all. 27.
But I think I won't even say it's time. I think it's awareness. The quicker you have the awareness.
But time gets you to the awareness. We get this early on.
I think because when you start having time together, then you start having conflicts, and then you realize, okay, we need to do something, change something. But it's like, even when we went to counseling, it was like, dang it, why we wait so long to go to counseling?
Yeah.
We 10 years in, about to get a divorce, and we just now starting to go to counseling. What if we would have got the counseling at year 2? You know what I'm saying? We would have opened our eyes to a different way of thinking and being back then. So I think once you get the awareness, then you can make the conscious effort to start changing and seeing things in a different way.
Absolutely.
And so,
hey, for those who are watching online, y'all, we're live at Smoky D's Barbecue in Duncanville, man. Some of the best barbecue, loaded baked potatoes. He even got an open bar. Come check him out. I don't know the address. I said the address. 215 West Duncanville Road.
West Camp Wisdom.
West Camp Wisdom.
Look it up. Google it.
If you ask for the owner, tell him the Couples Lounge sent you. He might throw your extra pepper in your bag.
Oh, okay.
Extra napkin. He got that extra napkin, a little white for you.
I'm about to say, boy, don't be putting Derek got that so he gonna give away
something. Where he at? He's here somewhere.
So our differences. So let's do, what is a difference that may bother you about your significant other? Ladies only. What's the difference?
What's the difference that you and your man have that, like, you know what, it is a problem? So.
Or it used to be. You realize that you kind of have moved past it, but it used to be a problem. Okay.
Mine waits for me to get home before he eats.
And that bothers you?
Yes.
Why, my sister?
He's starving.
He waiting for his baby.
Well, what we eating?
You been here all day.
I didn't eat.
What
you know?
Yeah.
It's like habit.
I feel that.
That's my moment
But
to
if
be
he gets,
intimate.
but when he gets home later than me, your food in the microwave.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've already eaten.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just be here when you shower, eat. But he won't eat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel pressure?
Yes.
Okay.
But well, real quick, you say his food is where?
In the microwave.
Where?
Shut up. This
No,
is
that
not
was-
about you right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that, baby. Go ahead, my sister.
It's prepared.
Ah,
It's in the
God
microwave,
bless.
waiting for him whenever it's fine.
Good job.
But he won't even eat until I walk in my
I can do that though.
But you're saying that's your intimate time with her.
I can be intimate if I'm eating at 8 and he doesn't eat till 11.
Right.
But I ain't gonna wait till 11.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Anybody else? Anybody got a difference? My sister?
You done called on the way she chewed?
No, that's my fault.
Oh.
So, in the beginning, it was a quietness. I'm like, dude, what are you thinking? Because, you know, we what, 2 years in, 2.5 years in. And I'm like, what are you thinking about? What do you want to talk about? We need to work on the marriage. We need to grow. We need to be a team. We need to talk about it.
You was like, God, out. Taking it too fast.
And his thing was he just wanted to let things happen. And I didn't want to let things happen. I was the doer. I was the one that had to, you know, like if we're not actively working on it, it's gonna fail.
Most women.
And he like just chill. So now his chill behavior kind of chills me out, you know. When I feel overwhelmed on the things that we need to do as a married couple, I can kind of like take some of his energy now and fall back. Then instead of projecting my insecurities and my fears on him, it gives me a chance to go sit back and like, okay, so what's triggering me? What's going on in me? What's going on in my head that I'm feeling this way? Because surely he's not feeling that way.
Already.
So that's,
I like that.
Yeah.
And I think even while you were saying that, what came up for me is for some people, the silence, if that was that thing that bothered you, silence can be scary. Silence can be a trigger for some people. Silence, you know, coming from where we come from or experiences we had, sitting in silence don't feel good. I don't feel safe. Or because stuff was always just doing growing up, I have to know, because if I don't know, then I'm doing something wrong. So
especially
it's like,
if a woman is silent, that's scary. That scared the hell out of me. I need you mad, talking something. If you just okay.
Yeah, that okay ain't good. Be
And then
mindful
you
of
quiet.
the okay.
What is you thinking?
So just it's understanding that difference. It's like we are wired different, but choosing to work together on it. If it's bothering me, let me look at me first. But then too, if it's really something bothering me that you need to change, if I see that what I'm doing keeps triggering you and it bothers you, like I gotta start looking at me as well, I would say.
Absolutely.
Okay. So differences.
What about it?
What would be your somebody should have told me when it comes to differences?
Woo! What somebody would have told me? It is okay for us to be different. We are different. It's okay. Learn her differences, or learn each other's differences. And if there's a problem, find why am I mad about this? Why does this bother me?
Yeah.
And talk about it. Simply baby, I don't like when you do. I don't like that we do. I don't like. Talk about it. A lot of times, men, and we kind of spoke on this earlier, we will sit silently by. And then when you open that window to talk about it, boom, we done hit you with everything under the sun that we've been sitting quietly by. Why wait? Why did I wait?
Yeah.
So it's okay to be different. Learn the differences and communicate about it.
And something that I had to learn to appreciate, okay, I get you, Tyra, is that men do need that processing time.
Yes.
That women may not need, because our brains are like, everything is together. So we can think about our kids, we're thinking about our husband, we think about what we got, and we think about all of that at one time. Whereas with men, it's kind of compartmentalized, like, okay, I'm gonna think about this first, let me maneuver, let me be successful right here, let me get this done. Okay, then I'll move on to the next thing. So I had to learn to appreciate that when I come to him, sometimes he may not have the answer for me right then. Let me give him some time to process it. Now you're not gonna have 3, 4, 5 days, but I will give you some time to process if it is a deep thought that you can't answer right now. But I think even in that, sometimes if there's a lack of trust in a relationship, if I'm giving you this time to think, are you thinking to come up with something that's manipulative? Are you thinking to come up with something that is trying to deviate or get yourself out of the situation? And so we want the answer. Like right now, I want to give you time to think because I don't trust where you're going with your thoughts. And so give me an answer right now, putting you on the spot to give me something.
That's the problem. Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
I know. I'm just saying, and just don't do that. Don't put us on the spot like that. No, come on. I need it right now.
But some stuff you should be able, in my opinion.
And some stuff I might need to process.
I agree.
Some stuff, give me a little time. My sister, give me time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's when we can make them feel where they close up or like I'm weak, and it's like I just don't know how to do it right now. And then some women, what you mean you don't know how to do it?
Because if you push us too much, we might push back.
Right.
We'll push back.
Tyra.
Oh, no doubt.
That's the main thing. If I'm communicating with you all the time, and we sit here having these same arguments, then conversation for me, that's when I'm like, okay, you know what? Clearly, it don't matter because we keep having these same, so we're not applying what we talk about. We're just talking.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's how men will call it nagging. Nagging is basically her repeating herself because what she said or what y'all talked about is not coming to pass. So it's like we just keep revisiting the topic, and I hate that. And like you said, that's having a different mindset. Instead of looking at it as nagging, like it's a conversation that just keeps coming back up. And why is it coming back up again? Why does it continue to come back up? Either I'm not hearing it. I don't understand that. Go back to that understand. I'm not understanding why this is important to you.
Right.
If you feel like she's nagging, figure out why that thing is important to her.
Right.
Whether you see the benefit of it or not, it's important to her enough to keep bringing it back up. All right, Mike.
Do you think a lot of that is caused by just always talking about a problem instead of trying to come up with a solution? Because see, that's what I realize a lot of times, and it's just in general with people with conversations, we can always identify the problem, but nobody ain't talking about how we can fix it. Now I didn't heard this before. Okay, well, you too busy trying to fix it while I'm trying to process it. But the thing is, okay, well, so it's already done. And the thing is, we ain't trying to stay here. So then, boom, it might sound harsh, but at the same time, so hey, we need to fix this. So why I'm gonna keep on kicking the dead horse? Hey, I need
we just talking and ain't trying to fix it.
Yeah.
And I think in a conversation, when y'all are coming together to talk together, I absolutely believe there need. It depends on the conversation, because some stuff is just I just need to vent. I just need to talk, and then sometimes that it does eventually have to move to okay, we've been talking about it, so now what we're gonna do about it? What solutions can we find to solve? I think it's the what is the purpose? Understanding the intention for the conversation. We're gonna have this conversation. So what is our intention? Because that's a good practice to put in place. We're gonna have a conversation. Let's come up with an intention as to what the end is gonna be, or otherwise we'll find ourselves going around in circles. I'm throwing out stuff to you, you throwing out stuff to me. In the end, though, what do we want to get out of this conversation? Okay.
Part of what I'm saying is a question. But here's the one thing that I'm looking at. This isn't every woman, but the way it seems is you assume we're not thinking about it, whatever it is. We're already charged in a degree to be problem solvers. That's how we think. So it's like when y'all are going through that extra step with the emotions, we're like, here's the solution. Throw that away. Come over here so you'll be all right. We have to understand that y'all do need that.
That
We
moment.
need that same thing from y'all. Because when we sitting back, the cigar outside, we're trying to figure it out, and we're mad at the fact that we can't. So it would help us more if you came with suggestions so that we can think more about it. Because the hard thing as a boy is to always feel like you failed. Because we got so much pressure and so many people are just like, you ain't nothing. And we carry that without telling you. So when we get home, it's like, I don't have to think about that no more. I got somebody that appreciates what I have.
Right.
So when you harbor on that thing, it makes us feel like you feel that way too.
And I'm gonna say that was good right there. That was good. And the thing about it is, you hit both people in that conversation. It's like you understand that we need to get it out because we are emotional. But as we get it out, not to assume that you are not thinking and trying to process what we are saying in our emotions, but then too, it will help y'all if we offer some solutions with our emotions. But I think, like you said, that's appreciating both. She needs to get it out. And as I'm getting it out, I have to trust and believe because how he's wired, he is going to process this. And you may not be able to understand our emotions and feelings. And I think even in that time, if y'all could come to us and be like, babe, I don't get it. Like, I can't figure it out. Can you offer me something to help me in my thinking process? And coming at it like she really wants to help me with this and understand I can go to my woman and say, I heard what you're saying, but I don't know. I don't know how to work it out. I know I'm supposed to be the one that's figuring it out, but I don't know. It is okay not to know. Both, and that's on both ends. But that goes to understanding we wire different, and if we can just accept it and figure out how to work together, and it's definitely okay not to know. I was watching something and it said, we're not gonna ask any questions, and I was like, and it's people like that too, not just men that won't ask questions. Not asking a question still don't get you an answer. You're just sitting, not knowing.
They gonna watch and observe.
I don't know like that.
Okay.
All right, this last question for real.
We got two.
Two, okay.
I think though men need to know that the whole reason we bring a problem to you because you are king. I didn't bring it to the janitor. I didn't ask the garbage man. You the man.
Oh, I like that.
I'm telling you, that's why you want even vulnerable. It can be something as harsh as a molestation. I can't tell it to the garbage man.
Right.
I'm bringing it to you, not that you need to change my past, but because I know you my king.
Yeah.
My earthly king.
Yeah, I love that.
I like that. I do.
I love that. Because if we got to take it outside our house, I was talking to a dude in my brother's office, and he was saying that our pastor told him, if your wife got to come to me, that's a problem. If your wife got to come to me for a solution or for a bill or for anything, and she don't start with you, that's a problem. So I love that if we are coming to you about a concern, that's who we need to be coming to. That was
Yeah, because if y'all got to go to another brother to talk and vent,
that's a problem.
It's gonna be more than talking.
That's a problem.
He's listening for a reason.
That's
It's
a
gonna be
problem.
okay, girl.
Right, with intent for something else. Yeah, come on, you can come and talk some. Oh, I love that's that growth mindset. That's another way of thinking versus her coming to me. She just complaining. She coming to you because you are her king, and you have some of those answers, which her heavenly king can give them answers, that intuition too. But you have some of the answers. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I disagree with the young man over there, because that is something that I learned, right? And so like I was the nagger, I was the harper, and you know, we had the problem,
Right.
you know, and it was really me, you know, but he was trying to work it out based on his own life experiences, the road that he walked. But you know, here I come with all these words, these articles, and blah blah blah. blah, blah.
You're overwhelming it.
You know, I'm coming with all of this, and he's like, okay, he's just trying to figure out how is it workable for me, you know. And I'm like, well, you don't know, just him. And that's what I learned. Like all the while I was doing that, I was making him feel like a failure. He hates failure. You know what I'm saying? He hates to
Feel like they
yeah,
feel
he
it.
hates to feel like that. And like he said, to come in your own house, especially when it's heated and it's the same situation, it's the same conversation over and over and over again. And every time you think you got it solved, he'll go right back
again.
It's
Yeah,
the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
And so
yeah.
like it is something that's something that, and I always look at self first, right? Because you can't fix nothing until you fix what's going on with you. Even when it's different, you know, you got your own problem. You still got to work within you before you even able to understand. And you can be able to accept what the other person is saying. Like, and that's what it was. I was just throwing words at him, and he was throwing words at me, and I couldn't hear it. And so, but once I learned what was going on with me, then I was able to offer him a solution.
Yeah.
And the solution was like, hey, baby, look what I learned about me.
Yeah.
And so now, as a man, he's like, oh, okay, so that's what's going on. Now he knows what to give. He doesn't have to say it.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But now he knows how to move in his capacity as a man. He knows what his job and function is. He's going into the role with it. But now he knows how to walk it out within his own strength. Without, he don't need me to dictate which foot to put in front of the other.
Right.
For him as the man, as my husband,
Yeah.
figure it out. Because he's supposed to be leading. But he does need guidance sometimes. We just got to figure out the right way to do it.
Okay.
I love
All
it.
right. I'm going to just read some of the things that they were saying online because we normally do. Charmaine said there's a difference between nagging and wisdom. Chris said 18 and it took us 3 years to get comfortable with all the differences. Precious is in here saying that Mun balances me out. Absolutely. And I think in relationships, that's what it is about. It's the balance. Because y'all do, and it's just understanding that and getting it and accepting it. So this is somebody should have told me that I have. It says the differences just are. They're not better or worse. So don't judge the differences. There are benefits to our differences. Definitely. And I'm talking about judging just how God made us, because that's not something that we can change, like how men and women are wired. The things that can change is from how we came up, what we was taught coming up, the experiences that we had, because it's something that I experienced in my childhood that is going to benefit him and vice versa. And one of those differences was, I know for sure, is his family is very emotional, hug, I love you, kiss you, say that, go. My family was not like that growing up. I knew my parents loved me, but it was no emotions. It was none of that. And that I embraced that, or I could have felt like, why are you hugging out on me? Stop kissing on me. Stop doing. I could have came with it like that, but that was one of those differences that I was able to embrace. And so just understand, I don't want to get going because I've been started the show all over again. And another one is to get along, we must see the differences, accept them, expect them, and respect them. And just work together. Like, even if what you're doing, that difference, that don't feel good to me because I don't roll like that. You seeing that I don't like that, would you be willing to adjust, change, if it's gonna benefit us? Sometimes we just get stuck and want to be just stubborn and I ain't changing. It's just who I am. It's like, we gotta be able to work together. And I think we can.
Agree. Hold on. Before we close out, I just want everybody, that peel-headed brother back there with the glasses, that's the owner, my frat brother, my boy, Smokey D's, the owner of Smokey D's, man. Appreciate you for having us, my brother. Every Thursday, y'all, they have karaoke. Is it every Thursday? Every Thursday they have it here. So if you ever want to just date night, come watch some drunk people get up here and sing and make a fool of themselves. Every Thursday you can come up here and have a good time and spend a little bread with my boy and Smokey D. So again, we appreciate you, my brother.
Absolutely. And so if you need, this is the call to action for those that are online. We are relationship coaches, we are speakers, we're authors. And so we have a book. It's called Somebody Should Have Told Me Marriage. Do we really know what it's about? And you can get it at www.lulu.com. Follow us on all social media platforms at the Couples Lounge. And if you know you need relationship coaching, then it's a barcode that you can scan and you can sign up for a free discovery session. It's 30 minutes, and then we'll see if we vibe, if you want to work with us. Like if you know you're going through some, maybe your differences is so much it's about to tear you apart, or you just starting out in your relationship and you like, let's get ahead of this thing, and y'all don't be like the Tucks, 10 years in, almost at divorce. And just by the grace of God, our relationship was able to be saved, because it really could have been a point of no return for us at that time. So for those that are online, if you want to set up your discovery session, you can go to www.wewillwin.as.me.
Thank you for tuning in.
And thank you for tuning in. And I hope y'all asked y'all question while we was talking, but if you didn't, still turn in your questions. You just put it back in the box, and we're going to do a live, and we'll answer it live without your name.
And we're thinking about we got to get with my boy Derek first Saturday
of every month doing a Couples Lounge live.
First Saturday every month.
Pack this place out. We want to be able to say, oh, we at capacity. We full.
Right.
Y'all did a good job today, so I'm excited.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So thank y'all for tuning in. People online, we about to go. We got pictures we got to take. We out.
Yeah. Hey, Smokey D's, Duncanville, Texas, come through. Get you some good